Hello everyone, Arpshane here, and today we talk about traps, specifically traps in 1.17 Minecraft. So, you may be wondering, what is this random thing surrounded by wool? Well, that's a sculk sensor, and if I were to take a peek, that's a lot of TNT. And essentially, how this trap would work, if I just unveil it real quick, is as soon as I step down, and by the way I'm using wool because it does not trigger it, as soon as I step down or place a block or anything, it activates. Now you're wondering, why would its activation be so dangerous? And to that I say, when I place this TNT, yay! So, now that I know that, let's bring it to a bit more of a practical use. Let's say, this person's trying to steal your stuff, they walk into your house and they're running. But what they don't realize is they're dead now. Alright, so the questions you may be asking are, how do you get such big explosions? Just place down that and just, rapidly click with the, with that and it just works. Yeah, and now that's just like a small nuke, ready to go. But I have to activate it somehow. So to activate, just get normal TNT, it just works. And fireworks. Okay, now that this island's destroyed, I'll show you how to make these. Okay, so you're gonna want to start with like a door, go a bit over, kind of build like a small little house, okay. Looks good, nothing suspicious yet. Just continue building it up until it surrounds the entire area. And there you go. Pop a hole in the ceiling. And then go start breaking the ground and place a whole bunch of TNT. Alright, now that you're at the basement, just hit it with minecart rail, rail. Then when you have all the rails, just place as many of these as you want. Okay, now that you got the main bomb set up, just place a surface layer of TNT so they're not going to be too suspicious. Just like a normal TNT trap, nothing bad. All too bad's going to actually occur. Only if it's too deep, just so it's not going to fall directly to the floor. And then the final step you're going to want to do is go up and place a sculk. If you are in survival, you're probably going to want to cover the sculk up with white wool. Because if I do this, place down the sculk, break the wool, not going to activate it. Alright, now it's exit, close the top off, and like so, I'm dead now. So the reason why we were using wool there is because how skulks work is wool just muffles where you can hear them. So for example, let's say I'm walking over here, jumping a bunch, it can't hear me, it doesn't know where I am. As soon as I pass this threshold, however, it hears me right in this block. And I also believe it did hear me through the door. It's kind of unfortunate. There, and just don't get too close. And if you want to, maybe just do a bit of a block, or when inside the house, block off one little bit of skulk in front. Yeah. Just do something, make it work. Don't die. That's about as good as I can say. Actually, a better thing to do, just make it so the house is long enough so that the wool actually is out of its range. And like so, walk towards the door, it doesn't do anything. But as soon as I open it, since opening has a louder volume than walking, it notices more. And actually, it seems like I could just put it here. That's a really bad noise. Alright, so now I walk, as soon as I open the door, make sure that the skulk is 3 blocks away from the door, or else everything's just going to go poorly and you will die. Another thing added to this game, dripstone, which I'll show you how to use in a second. Okay, let's say they're walking, okay, and you fall. Ow! That is what this is for. So essentially, falling, jumping on it, or essentially just interacting with this block in any way, really does a bit of damage. How much damage you're wondering it can do? Well, it can do a whole lot. And that's only the minimum size of this stalactite or mite or whatever they're called. That's just the minimum size. If they're longer, they do a bit more damage. and so on and so forth. So you're wondering, how do you make this useful? Well, here's how. Let's say you have a house, okay? And there's a skulk sensor inside. It activates, pulls the blocks from under you, which the left one didn't work for some reason, but it activates, pulls the blocks out from under you, and oof. Alright, I'm not the best setting this up, but you get the idea. You can also do a trap chest or something else, and once it goes, it may not stop, especially if you have a repeater. You can actually make it constant. So let's say that you want to make a constant trap, just so someone's like risking entering your house. Yup. So now we have this, and now when someone goes and tries to steal from your chest, just activate that once. And then as soon as they enter, go into game mode, survival, they're gonna see this. You're gonna have to walk to your chest, and as they walk to your chest, hold on. As they walk to your chest, it's not going to work. And then they fall. And then they can't really get out. So that is essentially how this trap works. If they try to break out, it's going to take a while. Maybe make it a bit deeper. You know, it's... Even my feather falling 4 boots can't really help me with this situation. As these are piercing. At least through feather falling. So, like, you're taking some damage. You know, if I take them off, they're going to do more damage to his armor. But you get the point. And some cool things to mention are that dripstone, it can actually mine with your fist and you get the item, which makes it so that these traps are really easy to set up, especially if you want to use perhaps a mob grinder with them, because yeah, that works. Alright, so at the bottom of this pit, I've set up a bit of a trap. It's one I fell into earlier, and I press it. That's right. They're dead, and they also drop their items. So that about concludes it for how this works. I can show it again. Let me just undo the lever. At a bit more of an extreme scale, let me actually open up my inventory real quick. Okay, to wrap it up, we have about as many mobs as you can have in one place without entity cramming. What all I gotta do? Go down there. Would you look at that? Your trap has worked, and I got some rotten flesh. Anyway, that concludes this tutorial-ish like thing on how to build traps in the new update. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And with that, I'm gonna say RPG Penguin out.